Hi guys, so we're going to move on to Grey's Anatomy. And we're now into our 10th season, which is crazy. And the show, the thing with Grey's Anatomy is it kind of goes up and down, up and down. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's just okay. Right now, I've been watching it since I believe like 3/4 of the way through season 9. I'd fallen off for a little bit, and I'm back. The show's gotten a little bit better, some characters that I'm enjoying. Storylines are always crazy on Grey's Anatomy, and I'm enjoying it. So we've heard that Sandra Oh, who plays Yang, will be leaving this season. So I'm really interested to see what they do with her storyline and how crazy it gets, or if it gets crazy at all. Yang's character has been through some serious changes over the years. I believe it was last season that she decided she was going to leave the hospital because of so much carnage that's always happening there. Last year I thought was a great season when they had the plane crash, and sort of the aftermath of how that affected everybody at the hospital. We lost McSteamy. We also lost Little Gray, and I thought that that was cool that they were just they killed off a couple of these main characters. You know, everybody's changing, everybody's growing up. We've started to get some new interns into the fold, and it's been pretty cool. At the beginning of this season, it started off with the head chief guy. He was electrocuted because there was a storm at the end of last season, and what is his name again? Um, Richard. Blah. Richard Weber. Richard Weber. He had been electrocuted and nobody knew about it. So he was at the bottom of the hospital, laying in a pool of water, and one of the other interns had gone down to check on him, and then she too was electrocuted, and it was crazy the way that they did it. And at the end of it, she died, Richard lived, and now they're kind of showing his healing and how he's having to overcome like what's happened to him. And it's been pretty interesting to watch because he actually put Meredith in charge of what is it when you can't speak for yourself, and he put her in charge, and then he was mad that she basically saved his life, and he just kind of wanted to die. He wanted to give up. Like, he was so frustrated. So it's been interesting to see the dynamic between those two over the years, because obviously we know that Richard is the one who had the affair with her mother back in the day and caused all the drama in her family, and he's sort of been more of a mentor father to her than anybody ever has, her mother included, because her mother obviously was ill, and towards the end of her life didn't even really remember Meredith and was so mean, and he's sort of been her father figure throughout the years. And so we've just got into a storyline now where Karev has found out that his father had been brought to the emergency room with a heroin overdose. And so they've had a very distant relationship over the years, because I think he used to abuse him, and so they haven't spoken in years. And to be frank, the father didn't even recognize Karev when he saw him, so it was kind of sad. And then we have Meredith and McDreamy dealing with life after having a baby. And Meredith desperately wanted to get back into the OR, and still being a mom and having to breastfeed and do all these things, and they're creating some tension there between the two of them, because yeah, he can just pop back in and do surgeries because it ain't no thing, because he doesn't have to worry about all that stuff that mothers do. And then we've had Debbie Allen on the show for quite a while, who is what is his name? Jackson, his mother, and so she's been dating Richard for the past, I guess, season and a half or what have you. And so that dynamic is very interesting, because she's so overbearing and kind of over the top, and she's always wants everything to be done her way. She's also a doctor, a surgeon, and so it's been pretty interesting to watching the dynamic between those two. I mean, I would say that so far we're about 4 episodes in, and I mean, it's just good. Like, it's good, it's consistent, it's not brilliant, it's not horrible, but I'm enjoying it. Good characters, good storylines that come in every week. And I think, again, with this show, it's sort of one of those ones that I can kind of come in and out of. I don't have to be watching it every year to know exactly what's going on. But I still find the show interesting, like I have from the beginning. So, congrats to Shonda Rhimes for making it to 10 seasons. And hopefully, the show will continue to do well and have viewers. And that's all TV wants, right? And as long as it doesn't become lather, rinse, repeat, and repetitive, then I'm in. So that's my review of Grey's Anatomy.